So we out here in Mount, what was it?
Lemon. Mount Lemon.
Mount Lemon. It's right outside Tucson, Arizona. Here with young Colin.
What's up?
This dude wanted to bring me somewhere cool to do the van tour video. And this is where I'm going to be bringing it to you guys from. Got to find a cool spot for us to park. But this is pretty rad right here.
Yep, Windy Point.
As you can see, the van's way up there. We got to climb back to it here in a second. Let's just see if we can find a spot to get you this van tour. So, me and young Colin, we are deep into Mount Lemon. I don't know, we've been driving about an hour and a half deep in the mountain, and this is where we are. Somewhere deep. I have no idea where we're at. Colin has no idea where we're at.
I ain't even been here before. But...
And this guy's from here. But let's give you boys the van tour. So, this is my van. It is a 2018 Rage 250, imported directly from Rageland. As far as I know, I'm the only one who has one. So far, all I've really done on the outside was I put bigger tires. I put these BFG all-terrains, some wheels. They're pretty dirty right now. Some Moto Metal wheels. Stock wheels are a lot smaller. I put 245 70/17s on. So if anybody has there was no video on YouTube about what size will fit on this. Those will fit. The only thing is I had to trim a little bit back here. I don't know if you can really see it. I had to trim some of that of the frame, but besides that, she fits good. Did this Rage instead of the Ford because it's, you know, we rage around here. This is the Rage van. And if you know me, you know that my name for the van is Large Marge. So if you've ever seen Large Marge, that's Large Marge. So this is all the exterior. All I've done so far is I had a buddy paint the taillights, tinted the windows. I have one of these padlocks just to be on the safe side. You're constantly on the road. I park different various places and just want to make sure that the inside of the van stuff is safe. So yeah, I also have a full solar system. I have 3 100-watt panels. Let's see if I can get this selfie stick to show you guys. So yeah, I got 3 100-watt solar panels on the roof with two 100 amp hour batteries. So let's go on inside the van. Also, just so you guys know, I didn't clean up, so this isn't like the van tours that you're used to where they look like they don't even live in the vans. I live in the van, so it's a little dirty. So excuse the mess. So this is the inside of the van. As you can see, I have a swivel seat on the passenger seat, which this is a game changer because it opens up so much more space for you, especially for me because I live in the van full time with the motorcycle in the side. So let's go ahead and start the tour. Right here, got a normal mini fridge. A lot of people have there's certain brands of mini fridges that people use, and this is just a normal dorm style fridge. And honestly, it doesn't use that much power and it works great. It has a freezer. I got it for $60 on Marketplace. Excellent. Air conditioner, which that does not run off my solar. I actually have a generator, which I don't have with me, but that runs off of a generator. I plug into someone's house. This is the little island I built because basically for the mini fridge to sit on top of the air conditioner. And this is the bed. So this is the bed. It's pretty much a couch right now. Super comfortable couch, you know what I mean? Just chilling. Basically the way I built this van is everything is built around the bike. I had to make sure that no matter what I did, I could always fit the bike in here, and that's what I did with the bed. Basically the bed will pull out all the way to the street bike and it'll make one full-size bed, but it's pretty good. Also what I've done is I've extended this upper cabinet. This upper cabinet, you know, you have just your OEM one, which is all sticker bombed, and if you know me, I love stickers. So I basically built this just out of wood and basically opened up because I had to keep a lot of stuff up here, you know. There's my cologne, napkins, new pack of underwear that I just got. Sorry, you're not supposed to see that. That's the window cover. opens up a lot of more room, you know what I mean, and it's awesome. Also have an LED strip right above, that way if you're hanging out here eating or whatever and you don't want to have these annoying lights on, you can have the LEDs on. I've made these window covers. These are fully insulated window covers. So basically there's companies that make these and they want like $400 or $500, and honestly, arts and crafts, a little bit of 3M glue and some magnets, you know, those are magnets all right there, and that literally just sticks to the window. So this just sticks to the window pretty much. You know, it's gonna be kind of hard to do with the camera, but they stick something like that. Just like that, and pretty much they're completely insulated, blacked out. I even have one for the front windshield. All these are moving blankets, pretty much 3M 90 glued to, this is an original window cover, and then on these I think I just used basically like cardboard to make the shape, and it's 2 moving blankets super glued. This one's not on all the way, but pretty much when it's on, that's what it looks like. And yeah, so let's keep going. These are upper cabinets that I built. Basically these upper cabinets I built straight out of wood. You know, I have these air shocks that hold them up just so they're out of your way. Got all my clothes in this one. This one here is the snack drawer. Snack drawer. So I got a 2 stove burner right here. Got a grill for a bachelor. You grill your chicken, burgers, hot dogs. This is pretty much a propane grill, and they all run off of the little green propane tanks. Spice rack right here, everything you need, little condiments and stuff. This is my sink pretty much. When we go to the back of the van, I'll show you. This thing just drains out on the bottom of the van, a no gray water tank. This is also my TV, so when laying in bed, I can look this way and have the TV out and watch TV. This drawer here, got DVD player, Nintendo Switch, spare helmet, mini Nintendo. I'm not really a gamer, but I am from the 80s, so you know, I do play Nintendo. This is just another little, like I said, I built these cabinets all the way around the van. Pretty awesome. This one here is just all my spare shoes. I am a shoe guy, even though most van people are gonna be like, oh my god, with that you can use that for other things. Yeah, well, I use it for shoes. Okay, this is the garage area right here. Like I said, I'm sorry I don't have room for all this. This is my camera equipment right here. This right here is my hamper. This is my backpack with all my shower stuff. So basically when you're van lifing, you got to find a place to shower. You're constantly on the road. You're showering at friends' houses. I shower at truck stops. I actually have an outdoor shower in the van now, so when the weather gets good and you're traveling doing sessions, you can shower here outside the van, because that was the biggest issue that I had been traveling the last couple of years. So, but yeah, this is the garage area. Built the walls with these cubbies to where basically, boom, I got the gas tank in the wall out of the way. This is going to be where your lubes go, you know, brake pads, oil, brake fluid, oil, you know, stuff like that. Extra bucket of bolts, you're always going to need that as a stunt rider on the road. Ceiling, I did pretty much 1/4 inch planks all along the ceiling. Under the ceiling is fully insulated. Basically the whole van is insulated with 3M thinsulate, which is stuff you can buy off of Amazon. It's the same stuff that RB Components and all these big companies use. That's what I ended up doing mine with. But yeah, I did the ceiling planks, and then I did the planks also on the walls. So this is, you know, these are just all planks put together. This is the power station. This is going to tell you how much battery power I still have left. I have 2 100 amp hours. So I mean, with the mini fridge, that thing has been in here for about a week, and look, I have 91% battery life. This is for my inverter. I have a 2000 watt inverter. All of my solar stuff is right here on the side of the bed, which you can't really see. That's the charge controller. Back there is the 2000 watt inverter, which that is what's powering the mini fridge, the TV. You know, I can charge all my equipment. I have LED strips that go around the van as well. I have a max fan. This is something that's also great to have. I have this cover that I built with, obviously, again, just a t-shirt, some 3M 90 glue, and a piece of cardboard. And this is just velcroed on, and that's a max air fan. It blows in or out. that is definitely something that I recommend everyone to get, especially if you have a street bike, because of the fumes, suck out the fumes, and you know, especially because I live in here, works out pretty great, to be honest with you. So it's going to slap that back on. Let's see, you gotta have your artwork. Obviously, you gotta have some type of artwork in here. Tupac and Biggie for the win. Just saying. On the back door, let's go to the back and show you guys more of the garage. You know, because right now everything is pretty much covered inside of the van. What do you think, young Colin?
Sounds good.
Let's put young Colin to work, shall we? All right, so now we're getting out of the van. And like I said, basically I built everything to fit around the motorcycle. I built this island right here. The cool thing is obviously you got to vent out the air conditioner. So I have this tube right here. That's where the vent goes. We close the door. This is where the AC vents out of. You know what I mean? It's great because obviously you don't want to die from the exhaust fumes. So let's go check out the back. Again, this thing is awesome. This is just to keep people out, because even if they break a window, they get on the inside of the latch, they can't open your door because of this big old lock right here. So on this back door, basically, like I said, the van came with windows, but you can't see in the van because I insulated the back windows just like I did the front ones. Tang, over at Tang Gas Tanks, built this custom helmet rack for me. That's where the Rage stencil inside of the front of the van came from. But you know what I mean? It's got both of my Icon helmets, and obviously I'm a Rager. Gotta have some decor. Let's open up this door. On this door, I got a little bit more stuff going on. Obviously, as you can see, me and my buddy Drew, we built this rack. This is pretty much the garage area. So I got, you know, spare coolant, my big sockets, other specialty tools that I need, shower towel. If you run, I don't know, if my personal experience, you're running an electrical system in the van. So you have electrical components, you got batteries. I'm not saying I'm not an electrician. I built the entire solar system myself. I don't know, I do trust myself, but in case of emergency, always got to make sure you have a good fire extinguisher. That's a 20-pounder. Pretty much we just welded it to the door. Spare extension cords, you never know. Jumper cables. You got to be prepared when you're on the road, you're on the shop. You know, shop towels, you know what I mean? Always excellent. Basically, I got these blackout curtains. I use these just because it makes the van feel more of a homey feel, you know what I mean? Than seeing the helmets and stuff like that. But yeah, let's check out the back of the van. Slide these over. Okay. Get these out of the way. Just so I can show you guys the back of the van. So pretty much I keep all my tools, this whole bag right here, this tool bag. I could tear apart this entire street bike with every tool that's in here. So this is all the tools that I keep in the van, right behind the street bike. I also have, as a matter of fact, I'll take you to the front of the van again. I have a Chinese diesel heater from eBay that, this is the first winter I have it in here, works wonders. This is the diesel tank for it. It's just strapped to the side of the wall. Fill that thing up with diesel. So you got to make sure that you don't mix up the two gas tanks, obviously, because one's for the street bike and one is for the diesel heater. That runs off of diesel. That's normal gasolina. Back here, like I told you, back here on the kitchenette, I have, right now, if you look, there's snow on the ground, and I do not have a water heater, so there's no water in it right now. But trust me when I tell you, it works, okay? So this is the water tank. It's a 20-gallon water tank. I'm gonna come in here. 20-gallon water tank. This is how you fill the water tank. This little adapter right here. So you grab this bad puppy, just like so, boom, boom. Then you put this thing into here, just to make sure, just because like some people's water hoses might leak on you. I don't want water everywhere. I'd rather have water out here. You put this, you open the valve, just like so. You put your water hose and you fill up the whole tank with water. Once the water tank is filled, obviously take the adapter back off. This is just so you don't leak water everywhere. Put this back in the door, just right there, just like so. Inside of here, you'll turn the water pump on, right here in the kitchen area. Turn the water pump on, which you'll hear, which is right here. The water pump is right there. So if you turn the water pump on, there's the water pump on, and basically, right here you have, you know, you have your water. You got your water for an outdoor shower, or you got it for your sink. And remember I was telling you guys earlier about the sink? So basically I have the plumbing to where I just drill the hole through the bottom of the van. That's the sink drain and it goes straight under the van. First shower curtain. This one is because if you're outside, if we're doing the outdoor shower thing, I don't want you to get all my stuff wet. So what you do is you'll slide this open. I have one shower curtain here. I have a spare shower rod and shower curtain, which you'll put right here. You'll put one here to there. You got shower curtain, and this right here is your outdoor shower. And like I said, I got a hose long enough. This thing unravels. You just take these little Velcro things off and you got your shower, you know, which is awesome. Because like I said, I've been on the road for about 3 years, and sometimes the hardest thing was to try to find a shower. So the outdoor shower definitely come in handy, especially if you do a lot of camping, which is what I do, a lot of summer traveling. You know, there's been times where we're at sessions. I mean, if we're van lifing, you know, and my buddy Eric Trimmer, if you're watching this, you and I both know it's happened before. We're at a session, closest truck stop is an hour. You know, we're not trying to buy a hotel room. So with that, it's gonna save you a lot of time and money. Unfortunately, I do not have a water heater, but I'm not spoiled, so I don't need a water heater. Plus, I usually travel with the weather, so it's usually warm wherever I go. Room temperature water is all you need to shower. In this kitchenette right here, I built. This here is like pretty much spare garage, you know, spare tools. I built everything from the ground up. So all my woodworking tools, just in case I need to add anything or, you know, fix something while I'm on the road. And then on this side here, because this is the kitchen area, so if you come in here, this is all the pots and pans, everything you need. I actually need to build a shelf because I'm a bunch of dead space right here that I could be using for something else. And then cool thing is, I have 2 of them. I'm gonna show you one. This one's really not hidden. There's a hidden pocket somewhere in the van that I'm not gonna show you, obviously this is going on YouTube, but it's a secret stash spot that I built. This is a little spot that I built on the bottom of this to keep the propane tanks for this. So, slide this drawer out, and you got your propane for these. Actually, power this grill and the 2-stove burner. So that's, you know, dope little drawer that I built for that. That just slides right in like so, and we're good to go. The floor. One thing I get questions about is the flooring. The floor is it's sound deadened. I sound deadened the entire van before I started anything, and then I insulated it. The subfloor is 1/2-inch birch plywood that I actually water stained because I'm actually planning on living in the van for at least another 5 to 7 years until I get my ranch. So pretty much I needed to make sure that the floor didn't rot. That's one thing that happens when you have condensation. You know, when you're living in a van, the steel builds a lot of condensation, and so does the floor, the sidewalls. If you've ever slept in a van without insulation or anything in the summertime, you wake up in the morning and the walls are wet, and that's because of the condensation. So I water stain the floor, and then all this is one big giant piece of vinyl that's glued on. You know, the way I keep the bike restraint in, so if we move this tool bag out of the way, let's move my riding shoes out of the way. Pretty much this here is a B3 Builds design. I'll put the link in the description. Pretty much this thing just restrains the bike in. I don't have to use tie downs, and the reason why I put this is because I live in the van, and because I live in the van, I gotta constantly jump over the bike or jump like right here. Like, I mean, let's not lie, guys, I'm not a small person, I'm a big guy. So being a bigger guy, I gotta walk through this little area right here, which I managed to do, because look, here we go, see? I just walked right through it. But if I have tie downs, tie my bike down, I gotta jump over and around and in and out. Not doing that. So now you basically take all the stress off your forks, so you don't have to worry about your fork seals, because your forks, you know, your wheel just spins freely. You come back to the backside, and it's strapped down just like that. Strapped just like that, straight to the ground. This is bolted through the floor with lock nuts on the bottom, and then basically you just unhook these, slides right in. If you have a van, whether you're a van lifer or, you know, you're just building a MotoVan, doesn't matter. If you ride motorcycles and you have a bike in the van, I recommend buying one of these. This is the best thing for the money because it's gonna save you time. And I mean, I've seen it multiple times. Van guys, there's a lot of stunt riders out there, or moto guys, motocross riders where they buy the church vans, the Econoline vans with the windows. I've seen straps break, send the bar through the window. This will prevent that. So if you have the money, I would definitely say buy one. So one of the trickiest things about this van, which I'm not gonna lie about, was this sliding door. No YouTube person that I see really talks about the sliding door. And this one was really a pain in my ass. So what I did was I fully insulated, sound deadened it. I ended up making this cover just for the bottom. You know, the cool thing about this is I'm gonna sticker bomb it. As I told you before, I love stickers. So if you're watching this and you have a sticker, you know, throw me a private message. Instagram is the same as my YouTube, Diddy_Lee. Send me a private message and I'll respond, and I will send you my address and you can send me stickers. But yeah, so like I said, I love stickers, so I'll sticker bomb that. But anyway, back to this. This was a pain in the ass because when you open the door, you got to make sure you have just enough room to clear. So like, let's see if I can even film it. See, and I made it just to where it's rubbing just a little bit when you close the door. So this was the hardest thing of the van so far, was figuring out this door, but I figured it out. It's all good. Got my dry erase board here to let you know you always got to rage to live free. I usually have my to-do list here. My little brother, he bought me one of these maps, which I've always wanted. These are all the states that I've traveled to, every single one of these. I still got to figure out, I still got to finish this top of the country. Still got to make it to Alaska and Hawaii. Yeah, so that door, what I ended up doing was I ended up just framing it with, I think, 1/2-inch pieces of plywood, and then I planked it. And honestly, I really like the planking. The planking came out awesome. You know, came out really good. I did the planks on the ceiling and on the walls. Everything's good. Also, under the bed right here, basically the bed slides out to be a full-size bed. And also there's hinges on the backside to where the whole bed lifts up, and there's storage under the bed. So basically on this side, I usually keep spare blankets and, you know, spare clothes, winter clothes. And on the back side is my battery bank, where I keep the batteries for the solar system. So that's a good thing about the bed. And like I said, I built this to where everything fits with the street bike. I've slept 2 people on this bed comfortably, and I'm telling you right now, it is super comfortable. All the bed is it's like a IKEA mattress with a 4-inch memory foam, and then I took it to an upholsterer who chopped it into the measurements I needed and made couch cushions. So super grateful for that young gentleman who did that. And yeah, like I said, this is pretty much the van. Do a lot of stealth camping in this thing, so I made sure that I had to block out all the windows. I had to make sure I blocked out everything, just because, like I said, I do a lot of stealth camping in here. And you know, one of the biggest things that most van lifers do is they put windows. They'll put in a spare window here, or, you know, back here, which I understand. But whenever you watch their like 5 things I don't like about my van life, they talk about their windows. They don't have window covers like those, because, you know, when you're, let's say you're sleeping, most people sleep naked or in their underwear. If you're out somewhere in a, you know, Walmart parking lot, you turn these LEDs on, you could see through the window, even if they're tinted. I don't care if they're 5% or 10% or 30%, you can see through the windows. So me, I wanted to be as stealthy as possible. That's why I don't have any stunt stickers on the outside. And, you know, I try to keep the van super stealth, because I do a lot of stealth camping, and I don't want people to know that I got this bad puppy in here. I just don't want people to know. So, you know, let's go ahead and jump back out here. Like I said, this is the van. Let's go and turn off the LED lights. So that right there does it to the van tour. So young Colin, should I be like everyone else? So if you liked this video, you gotta like and subscribe.
Drop a comment at the bottom.
Drop a comment at the bottom, and just make sure that you share this video, man, because, you know, prestige worldwide.